The Rokupr Agricultural Research Center in Kambia District was established in 1934. The center has a fine blend of diverse ecologies that are not limited to inland valley swamps, the mangrove swamps, the riverine grassland and upland, with the vision to train professionals in rice production. The center is well seated on 108 acres space. In addition to its outstations in Bomsamba, Bo, Blama, and its Ogu Farm station, which has been lost to human encroachment. Rokupr Agricultural Research Center has amongst its key mandates to develop appropriate technologies that are suitable on the cereal value chains.
At the center level, we carry out a lot of researching activities. The main aim is actually to develop appropriate technologies that are suitable for our farming conditions on the cereal value chain, the cereal crops. That's rice, maize, sorghum, the palm millet, and other digitarians. So we do not just stop at developing appropriate technologies. We also ensure that we empower the smallholder farmers and ensure that whatever they do in their farming activities yield dividend.
To ensure an efficient and effective operations of the center's work, several units were established for smooth research outcomes, amongst which is the administrative wing, the crop improvement program which hosts the breeding program for the center, socio-economic policy research and outreach programs, and gender unit, the extension, post-harvest engineering and nutrition, soil, crop, animal, and natural resource management. The center sits integral in providing the necessary solutions for farmers across the country. Evidentially, the center is known for the Rock series. In addition to its numerous efforts to release more Nerika rice varieties and several others on maize, sorghum, and as well as other climate-smart farming approaches, the engineering units of the center has been vital in providing solutions to the constraints of smallholder farmers in the rice value chains.
As we have developed some local tools, machines to help our farmers and at the same time to carry out our research activities. One of the equipment we developed is the rotary weeder, which they are presently using to control weeds. Because weed control is a very big challenge for farmers, especially this hand weeding. So we develop manual weeding machines which they can use to control weed and also save time during weed operation. Then apart from the weed control machine we have developed, we have also developed several other equipments like the rice thresher, because we know post-harvest loss is a huge challenge also across the farming population. They usually lose most of their grains due to poor threshing methods. So we develop a rice thresher as well as a center. Then the other equipment we develop is a rice parboiler, because we want to improve the quality of our parboiled rice. It's very significant because if we are able to develop our own local tools locally, that will help even the government to reduce the cost of importing most of these machines. That is why we are undertaking most of these activities to see how best we can develop our local tools, which our farmers can able to afford, because they are cost effective and also they are gender friendly. As you can see now, female can use the rotary weeder conveniently.
The aggressive and continuous use of the soil has made it very clear that there is a need for replenishment of the soil. This is done through the collection of samples and analysis.
We collect samples from other institutions, likewise from the communities. We do analysis for both soil and plant materials, as well as fertilizers. Because you can't imagine, even fertilizers that are coming to this country, some are not having the active ingredients in them. So we'll be applying them. Say these fertilizers have, say for instance, phosphorus, which is lacking in most fertilizers. And even the soils within Sierra Leone now, after several tests, has been confirmed to be lacking phosphorus in them. So this is a gateway if at all we want to continue with our crop cycles or our cropping activities. There is need for us to replenish the soil with phosphorus, particularly. What deters the availability of phosphorus is the current status of the soil, which is very acidic. So if at all, like we have the pH meters here, you test your soil for pH, which tells you the actual pH of that particular soil.
Rokupr Agricultural Research Center is one of the lead foot soldiers of SLARI's research work in Sierra Leone. The center recently has about 10 of its researchers shortlisted and provided with scholarship opportunities at PhD levels. It is also well known for having produced a one-time Nobel Prize winner.
Rokupr has been established. It has a long history. Sometime around 1934, it has trained many people, many scientists. You know what? In fact, the winner of the World Food Prize at some point was from Rokupr. Was one of the scientists grown there. Rokupr is an established center. It continues to carry out research on mangrove rice. It has generated a lot of rice varieties. Most of them are currently being used in the country, and it collaborates effectively with the Africa Rice Center.
The center sits integral in providing the necessary solutions for farmers across the country. Just last year, the center was able to produce over 40 metric tons of foundation seeds for seed-out growers to multiply.
Most of the rice cultivated by our farmers in Sierra Leone came from the Rokupr Agricultural Research Center. If you look at, if you do genetic characterization of rice in farmers' hand, you realize that over 70% of it is from research. Just last year, during the planting season in 2023, we produced over 40 metric tons of foundation rice seeds that were distributed to seed-out growers. These seed-out growers, in turn, are now multiplying those foundation seeds to certified seeds that cannot be given to farmers to produce the paddy we eat in Sierra Leone. And of course, you go to the weed management, pest management, adopting climate smart technologies. These are all contributions we have made as a center to ensure that we support the rice self-sufficiency of Sierra Leone.
Rokupr Agricultural Research Center has a staff capacity of about 108 personnel, from amongst which 28 are research scientists from different disciplines who are conducting experiments to develop appropriate farming solutions. SLARI has over time endured a period of hardship and uncertainty, having hundreds of ripe mangoes ready to be harvested by other institutions.